What if I told you that the way we approach time is completely backwards? We treat it like it's infinite, always thinking we have more of it, while in reality, time is slipping through our fingers every moment. And this isn't just my perspective, it's something that Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, warned us about over 2,000 years ago in his work on the Shortness of Life. At times, many people ask me, what is one of the greatest books that you've ever read? What's one of your favorite books? Well, apart from this beautiful masterpiece here, this is definitely one of my favorite books that I've ever read. This is simply because this book hits me hard, because it forced me to take a deep look at how I was spending my days wasting times on things that don't matter, chasing distraction and letting my potential slip away. But once I absorbed the lessons from this book, my mindset shifted dramatically. Today, I'm here to share with you the powerful wisdom from Seneca that could transform your life the same way it changed mine. Seneca's core message is that life isn't necessarily short. It's that most people waste it. He says, and I quote, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, how many hours, days, or even years have you let slip by without truly living, without pushing yourself towards your purpose? You see, we tend to act as if we have endless tomorrows to chase our dreams and make things right or find fulfillment. But the truth is, life is passing us by every single day, and Seneca challenges us to rethink how we spend our most valuable resource, time. When I realized how much of my time was being spent on meaningless distraction, I knew I had to change. I went from wasting my time on things that didn't matter to dedicating my life to purpose-driven actions. You see, Seneca emphasizes that most people don't live, they merely exist. He says, and I quote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear and like immortals in all that you desire." Whew, I love that quote. In other words, we fear losing time, yet we live as if we have endless supply of it. This really opened my eyes to the fact that I need to stop wasting time on things that doesn't align with my vision. The turning point for me came when I started prioritizing what truly matters. Instead of filling my days with tasks and people that drained my energy, I began focusing only on what fueled my growth. And that's how I launched my personal brand, Rudolph Brenya International, and I wrote a best-selling book by eliminating distraction and focusing entirely on my purpose. One of the most powerful lines from Seneca is this: "People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy." Think about that. I really want you to think about that. If you had a £20 note and a stranger grabbed that £20 note, I can rest assure you that you'd be very upset. You'd probably be angry. But that £20, you can make it back. But is there a reason why we allow people to waste 20 minutes of our time? You see, you guard your money, your possession, but when it comes to time, you give it away freely. And Seneca that is the one thing that we allow to be stingy about. Because you see, that £20, you can make that £20 back. But that 20 time that stranger took away from you, you can never get that time back. You see, I applied this lesson by creating strong boundaries around my time. I began saying no more often, protecting my schedule, and making sure that every minute was aligned with my larger goals. This wasn't about being selfish. It was about recognizing the finite nature of time and using it wisely. And Seneca also talks about how we waste time by either living in the past or worrying about the future. He says, and I quote, "Life is divided into three parts: past, present, and future. Of these, the present is brief, the future is uncertain, and the past is fixed." This hit me so hard because it made me realize how often we dwell on regrets or anxieties that steals our focus from what is really happening right now. Living in the present allows you to maximize every moment. That's when I started implementing mindfulness into my routine. It's about making sure that every action, every moment is intentional, because that's how you reclaim your time and truly start living. Seneca identifies several key ways we waste our time. He gives us 8 ways we waste our time. Number 1, greed activity. This involves being caught up in tasks that seems productive but don't actually move you towards your goal, like chasing prestige or social status. Seneca gives the example of people who busy themselves with politics or endless debates, gaining nothing of real value. Number 2, dedication to useless tasks. Seneca refers to people who waste their lives on trivialities, focusing on things like luxury, wealth, or excessive leisure. For example, he describes people who dedicate their days to attending extravagant parties and following the largest fads, all while neglecting their true purpose. Number 3, drugs and drinking. This is about numbing yourself to reality, using substance to escape the harsh truths of life. Seneca describes how excessive drinking or drug use lead people to lose days and nights in a fog while precious times slips away. Number 4, laziness. Seneca speaks of those who spend their time in inactivity, letting laziness and procrastination take over. He emphasizes how avoiding effort or action makes life seem shorter because you accomplish nothing of significance. Number 5, worrying about others' opinion. Seneca warns us about being consumed by what other people think. He gives the example of those who waste time trying to impress others or fearing disapproval, which prevents them focusing on their own path. Number 6, servitude to unworthy people. This is about investing time in people who don't give back, or being in relationships where you constantly serve but never receive anything in return. Seneca described this as one of the greatest forms of wasted time, serving those who will never truly appreciate your efforts. Number 7, pursuing or worrying about money. This is a big one. Seneca cautions us against an obsession with wealth. He gives examples of people who spend their entire lives either hoarding wealth or anxiously pursuing more, only to realize that money does not bring them true happiness or fulfillment. And finally, number 8, going after no fixed goal. This is about drifting through life without clear direction or objectives. Seneca mentions that those who move from one thing to another, never settling on a purpose without clear goals, time is easily wasted on pursuits that don't matter. You see, each of these areas mentioned represents a way we squander our most valuable resource, time. And this is why this book is one of my favorite books. It really teaches you on how to really manage your time and how to really appreciate the most valuable resource that we have, which is time. Now, if you're ready to stop wasting your most valuable resource, time, and want to transform your life by learning how to truly live with intention and purpose, then I invite you to work with me. My one-to-one elite coaching program is designed for 6 months of deep, effective change, while my group coaching will help you over 3 months. Both programs are designed to tap into your 90% of potential that you are not currently using right now. This coaching program is designed for high achievers. Please only apply if you're serious about making this transformation. And if you're serious about this, email me at info@rudolphbrainer.com and show your interest about working with me. And if this isn't the right time for you, but you still want to keep growing, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with a friend. It helps push message out to more people who need it. And remember, we are here to reclaim our time and live with purpose. My name is Rudolph High Definition. Be inspired today.